volunteer light a candle? Only this one. Anyone else? Yes, both. We can both of you can. Just this one. Just on the below. Please sit down. Before our meditation today, we have a small ceremony of a blessing ceremony for birthdays. So we would like to take the opportunity to show our loving kindness and wish well-being to our friends when they are having their birthdays. So today we have two important people who are having birthdays. So I would like to invite our long-term practitioner, our beloved David, to come forward to receive this blessing here. And also I would like to welcome our beloved Aaron to come forward and having. Yeah. You can sit in front of us. Yes, you can sit. Yes. So in this time, this is our opportunity to express our gratitude and our loving kindness for your loving kindness that we have been given to our community, and we are so grateful for your presence, for your contributions, and for your generosity, and you both have enriched our community with your knowledge. It's so interesting that two of our editors of our newsletter happen to have birthday on the same week. Yeah, so David, you have been helping us so much for last many years, with editing and helping with us. I remember from the very beginning, how you encourage us to, give teachings in English and helping us in many ways, and really appreciate. And Aaron, I also deeply appreciate you coming forward to help us with editing and newsletter. So all our good messages will go to many people. So this is the time that we want to wish both of you good health. And David, we wish you, may this birthday bring you a year full of progress, full of prosperity, and full of good health to your life. And also, Aaron, we also want to wish you, may this birthday bring you a great year ahead for you with all the blessings for good health. So with that wish, we will chant, just like this candle that you are going to light. May there be light to your life, and just like these beautiful flowers, and may there be blossom compassion in your life. May you continue to grow in your wisdom and compassion. So with that wish, we will chant for you. Bhavatu sabbha mangalam rakkantu sabbha devata sabbha buddhanubhavena sada sotthi bhavantu te bhavatu sabbha mangalam rakkantu sabbha devata Sabbha Dhammanubhavena Sada Sotthi Bhavantu Te Bhavatu Sabbha Mangalam රක්칸තු සබ්බ දේවතා සබ්බ සංඝානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ. Okay, now. Stand up. Yes, please. Please touch this plate from the bottom and wish them happy birthday. Happy birthday, it's full of joy. Happy blessed time. Happy and healthy birthday. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Before we start our meditation, let's do our regular chanting. Please turn to page 5 of our chanting book. Salutation to the Buddha. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. The three refuges. Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Next page. 5 precepts. Panatipata Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Adinnādāna Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Kāmesu micchācārā Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Musāvādā Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Surameraya Majja Pamadatthāna Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. On the opposite page, let's read the affirmative vows. Being aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of all living beings. Being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing, and oppression, I vow to respect the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to respect my commitments and those of others. I am determined not to engage in relations without love and a long-term commitment. Being aware that words can create suffering, I vow to learn to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind, and meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce, I vow to develop mindfulness and heedfulness. Next page. Homage to the Buddha. Iti piso bhagavā arahang samma sambuddho Vijñācarana sampanno sugato lokavidu Anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati Sattva deva manussanang buddho bhagavati. Homage to the Dhamma. Swakhato bhagavata dhammo sandriddhiko akaliko ehipassiko opanayiko paccatthang veditabbo vinyuhiti. Homage to the Sangha. Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyāyapatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho සාමීචි පටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ යදිදං චත්තාරි පුරිස යුගානි අත්ථ පුරිස පුංගලා ඒස භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනියෝ පාහුනියෝ දක්ඛිනියෝ අංජලි කරණියෝ අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤක් කෙත්තං ලෝකස්සාති සාදු සාදු සාදු. Next page. Offerings. Offering of light. Ganesarappaditena dīpena tamadangsina tiloka dīpang sambuddhang pujayami tamonudang. Offering of incense. Gandha sambhara yuttena dhupenahang sugandhina pujaye pujaniyang tang puja bhajana muttamang. Offering of flowers. Vanna gandha gunopetang etang kusuma santating pujayami munindassa siddhipada saroruhe pujemi buddhang kusumena nena punyena mitena labhami mokkam uppang nilayati yatha idang me kayo tatayati vinasa bhavan. Offering of water. Adivase no bhante paniyang parikampitang anukampang upadaye patigan hatu uttama. Offering of drinks. Adivase no bhante gilane pancayang imang anukampang upadaye patigan hatu uttama. Worship of shrines. Vandami cetiyang sabbang sabbadhani supatittitang saririka dhatu mahabodhing buddha rupang sakalang sada. Sadhu. Next page. Wish of well-being. Icheva matchan namasse namaste mano Ratanant yang yang Punyati sandang Wipulang alat tang Tansanu bhagi Hatante rayo Reflections on the teachings of the Buddha in English. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made Adi. If one speaks or acts with an impure mind, suffering follows like the wheel that follows the foot of the ox. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made Adi. If one speaks or acts with a pure mind, happiness follows like one's own shadow that never leaves. Generosity, kind words, benevolent actions towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things. These bonds of sympathy function in the world like the linking in a moving car. One by one, little by little, moment by moment, wise people should remove their impurities as a smith removes the dross from silver. For one who mindfully develops boundless loving kindness, mental defilements are weakened and the freedom from clinging is seen. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All things are not self. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Okay, let us together practice loving kindness meditation and meditation on breathing. And before that, let us take a time to appreciate this moment. We are all going to have a moment of silence, moment of inner looking, moment of reflection. When we live a life in our normal day, we didn't get much chance to be in silence and to look inward or to reflect. But any growth in our life happens when we are in silence, when we are looking inward, and when we are in reflection. We need such a growth of our wisdom, growth of our spirituality, growth of our mind to live our life peacefully, meaningfully. So, right now, you have got this wonderful opportunity to be in silence and to be in looking inward and be in reflection. Appreciate, rejoice. Rejoice your decision to come here today. Rejoice this moment. That whatever growth that we are doing with our inner looking will benefit us a lot in our life. And whatever skills that we are developing right here will be very beneficial to many others in our life. So this practice is to benefit so many other beings that we may encounter in our life. So think about that. This is to benefit so many other beings too. With that, let us listen to the sound of the bell and make a determination that I will engage in this meditation wholeheartedly. I will fully commit myself to this practice. And then listen to the sound of the bell and the chant and keep gathering your attention to this moment. Try to feel your body. Try to feel your presence here. Any touch sensation in your body, any pressed muscles in your body. Try to bring your whole attention to those areas. And throughout the bell and the chant, be settled in your body.
Dear spiritual friends, listen to your mind. You can still listen the sound of the chanting and the bell resounding in your mind. With that soothing sound of chanting, let's settle down right here, adjusting the body into a comfortable meditative posture. Let's be in this present moment. You can adjust your body, keeping your upper body somewhat upright, chin somewhat parallel to the floor, and you can keep your both palms together on your lap, right palm on the top of left palm, and you can keep your both eyes closed gently. This is your meditative posture. In this meditation, try your best to keep this motionless posture. If you feel you want to change or adjust your body, meanwhile the meditation, you can do it slowly and mindfully. Now you are in a meditative posture. Take a moment to relax your body. Take a deep breath slowly and slowly breathe out. Feeling your chest area, both shoulders, and relax. Be with your body and feel each and every parts of the body. Feel your feet, toes, the sole of the feet, the heels, lower legs, your upper legs. Feel your back muscles, the belly muscles, your chest muscles. Feel how the muscles are pressed in your body, where your body meets the cushion or the chair, wherever you are sitting on. Feel that pressing sensation. Feel your chest area, your both shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, palms, fingers, and fingertips. Can feel how the fingers are touching each other. Feel your neck area, your facial muscles, forehead, and the top of your head. Feel your entire body. You can feel your clothes that you are wearing, anywhere touching your body. Feel that touching sensation. Be with your body and relax. Relax your body. Relax your body. Relax your body. You are right here. You are relaxed. Now, find out where your mind is right now and what is really happening there. Thoughts. That's it. Various types of thoughts are occurring in your mind one after the other. Just let them occur. What you have to do is just to observe how the thoughts are occurring in your mind and notice them. Acknowledge all these thoughts. There may be pleasant thoughts in your mind and unpleasant thoughts as well. Some thoughts are positive, some thoughts are negative, some thoughts are neutral. No one can see your mind other than you. Take this opportunity to observe your mind. Some thoughts are related to past memories. Some thoughts are related to future. Some thoughts are occurring related to present, whatever you are feeling, experiencing right now. Be with your mind, observing and noticing the thoughts. You are understanding the nature of your mind. That is your natural mind. That is your naked mind. With this understanding, now you are going to cultivate positive, wholesome thoughts in your mind purposefully. In this meditation, we are generating loving kindness, loving friendliness, universal friendliness. What a beautiful thought that we can generate in our minds as human beings. You have that capacity in your mind. You have that potential within yourself. Loving kindness. Just imagine there's a beautiful baby in front of you having a nice smile towards you. Your mind may be full of love, caring, compassion. Such a positive, wholesome thought now you are cultivating in your mind to all beings, without exception, to everyone else. Loving kindness is the goodwill, wishing everyone to be well, happy, to be peaceful, expecting nothing in return. You are extending these wishes of loving kindness to all beings. That is your loving kindness. You are starting generating loving kindness from you, from yourself, from the person sitting right here. Think about yourself, your body, your mind, your life. Genuinely cultivate loving kindness for yourself. Mindfully listening to the guidance, repeating in your mind, generate loving kindness for yourself. Be with the guidance. May I be well. May I be happy. May I Be peaceful. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. May I be safe. Be healthy. Be healed. Be healed. Be healed. May my mind be well. Be healthy. Be healed. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. May I have a happy mind. May I have a happy mind. May I have a happy mind. Generate loving kindness and radiate throughout your body. Radiate your loving kindness into each and every parts of the body, into all the systems and internal functions of the body. Feel your skin, the largest organ of your body. Radiate loving kindness throughout the skin. May the skin of my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. Penetrate in the skin, radiate your loving kindness into the muscles and the bones of the body. May the muscles and the bones of my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. Radiate loving kindness into all the systems and internal organs of the body, deeply appreciating the support of all these systems and functions. Radiate loving kindness. Even in this present moment, they are functioning for you. Deeply appreciate that support and radiate loving kindness. Radiate your loving kindness into all the systems. Feel all the system in your body. The respiratory system, the vital function of the body. It's functioning for you even right now. The cardiovascular system, cardiac muscles, the digestive system, the genitourinary system, the central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, the immune system, all the other organs, including sensory faculties, the eyes, ears, nose, and tongue. May all these systems, internal functions, and the organs of my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. May I have a healthy body. May I have a healthy body. May I have a healthy body. Observe your present mind. It's full of loving kindness. Now it's time to expand your loving kindness beyond yourself. The genuine loving kindness for all others. You can start from here, wherever you are practicing this meditation. Think about all these spiritual friends who are practicing this meditation with you. Genuinely extend these wishes for them, the same genuine wishes likewise you made for you. Let's share these wholesome wishes with each other. May all these spiritual friends who are practicing this meditation with me be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. May all these friends be safe, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. Let's expand our loving kindness beyond this room. Think about your family members, your relatives, friends, neighbors, co-workers. May all of them be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. Expand your loving kindness beyond the circle of your beloved ones to all other beings. Living near or far away places, not only for human beings, to all other beings. visible or invisible. Think about all beings and extend these genuine wishes of loving kindness. Extend your wishes of loving kindness into every direction, into the direction of the front, back, left, right, above, and below. May all beings living in every direction be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. The loving kindness you are generating has no limits, it's boundless. Expand more and more to all beings living in this neighborhood, in neighboring neighborhoods, in this state, in this world, in this universe. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. Observe your present mind. It's full of loving kindness. It's peaceful. You are peaceful and relaxed. Now, with your peaceful mind and relaxed body, gently shift your attention to observe your breath. This is breathing meditation. In next few minutes, you are just observing your breath, in breath and out breath. Better you can keep your awareness in between your upper lip and nostrils, where you can easily feel your in breath and out breath. Take a long, deep breath slowly. Hold it as much as you can and slowly breathe out. Feeling your chest area, both shoulders, relaxing your body, keeping your body upright. Take few more breaths like this. Feel how the air is coming out from your nostrils. After taking few more breaths like this, come back to your natural breath, your normal breath. Be with your breath. Mindfully breathe in, mindfully breathe out until you hear the sound of the bell. Be with your breath. In these last few minutes, make your full effort to be with the breath. Mindfully breathe in, mindfully breathe out. Kap patthāc niddukkha bhayappattāc nibbhaya Kappattāc nissukha Untu sabbepi paninu. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are grieving be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of the meditation. Gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. And let's take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have this peaceful meditation in our life. And also let's deeply feel grateful to all the enlightened masters and the teachers in the past who transmitted this practice, this wisdom from generation to generation. And also, you can appreciate the guidance and the instructions you received for this meditation today. And let's deeply feel grateful to anyone else who helped us for this meditation today, to come to this center, who clean and arrange this place for you, who are taking care of this center for you. Let's deeply feel grateful for them. And also, these non-living things that we are using for this meditation, the cushion, the chair you are sitting on, this bell, the device which help to connect to this meditation from home. Let's deeply feel grateful for them. Deeply feeling gratitude and appreciating the support. Let's say sadhu 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, you may stretch your legs and adjust them. Okay, we had a good moment of silence and meditation, and I cannot believe that we were in a room with many people, but in complete silence. But yeah, thank you, Bante, for the guidance. And so, any sharing of your meditation? No questions. Yes.
Does equanimity feel like?
Equanimity, impartiality, impartiality to different types of experiences. Can be pleasant experiences, can be unpleasant experiences. So could be favorable situation, unfavorable fit situation. If we can maintain balance, state of the mind, impartial state of the mind, so that can be called equanimity. That's a quality that we are growing.
So it can come and go.
Yeah, yeah. So come and go, and and so sometimes stay short while and go, and we try to keep it longer and go, and longer and longer and longer, and ultimately it's there. No, then you lost the equanimity. Like, you remember the story of the Chinese farmer? Equanimity can come to like very micro level experiences. Even when you are sitting for meditation, we can have a unpleasant sensation. Different parts of the body can have some pains and discomfort, and or you can also have a deeper, serenity within yourself, and more relaxation of the body and lightness of the body. More pleasurable experiences. In both experience, if we can maintain balanced state, not rejecting or being resentful to unpleasant ones, but not attaching to pleasant ones, but simply observing and noticing everything, and so that is equanimity. But and also in a macro level, when we have different life experiences, gains and losses, fame and defame, blames and praises, and all these moments, if we can maintain balance state of the mind, not being fooled by praises and not being so concerned or so worried by the blames. So that balance state. That is the shortest story that the just a Chinese farmer who had a son and few horses. So they were planning to, till the ground, and the next day one horse was missing. And so they have, like they are short of one horse, and all the villagers came and said, "Oh, what a poor thing, what an unfortunate thing, you don't have one horse, you do not be able to tilt as many grounds as before." And he said, "Just wait and see. That's okay. Just wait and see." And a few days later, that horse who left, who ran away to the forest, have come back, but with two other horses in the forest. They made friends, and now he have two additional horses. Now he can, tilt more ground, and have a good, house. All the villagers came and said, "What a lucky person you are! You have more, help and more than you say." Okay, let's wait and see. He was not, very excited about it. And then, but those are wild horses; they had to train it. So his son started to, train them to be, tamed, horses. And so in that process, and he fell from a horse and he broke his leg. Now they have horses, but that, his son even will not be able to help him for a few months. Yeah, he has to now take care of the leg. Now all the villagers came and said, "Oh, what a, unlucky it is, yeah, now you cannot do it again." Same thing. Let's, it's okay. Let's wait and see. And the next week, the king has made an order. He's enlisting all the young people of the village to come to the army. There's a war going on with the neighboring country. All the young people were enlisted. So the soldiers came from the king, and they were recruiting all the young people. But this young son cannot join because his leg was broken. So that's the life, right? Ups and down, ups and down, ups and down. So learning to accept and flow with it, and that's one part of equanimity. Okay, that is additional, So coming to our scheduled discussion. And so we have a few newcomers today. Actually, these days we are studying a series, actually learning the lives of the early disciples of the Buddha. This is a little bit of history. We know that Buddha lived in sixth century BCE. You understand what is BCE, right? Yeah. So 6th century BCE in northern India, and so you have to understand, the situation, social, cultural, background of that time to understand, how did the Buddha teach and how he used the language, the available concepts, express his message. And that's 6th century BCE. So in addition to the Buddha, there were many other disciples who actually listened to the Buddha, who was impressed with his, message and teaching, who also became enlightened like the Buddha. And then they were also playing a very important role in preserving the teachings of the Buddha, and then making sure that teaching is transmitted to generation to generation and generation. So now already 26 centuries have passed since the passing away of the Buddha, but we still have the teachings of the Buddha. That is not automatic, and that is due to the dedication of so many generations of masters, disciples of the Buddha. But we are learning the early disciples of the Buddha, who were disciples at the time of the Buddha, who helped establish this teaching as an organization. So we have so far learned, for how many disciples we have learned so far? 5, yes. We have learned 5 disciples. Last week we discussed about the Buddhist nun, right? The first Buddhist nun, actually. The first Buddhist nun was actually the Buddha's own foster mother. She was the first Buddhist nun. But today we are going to learn about another disciple. He's the enlightened master. His name is Kachana. Kachana, and as we can also call Mahakachana, because there were a few other Kachana, and so he's Mahakachana. Um, so I say, and Mahakachana has an interesting history, how he became a disciple of the Buddha. But mainly he's known for his Bhante, his ability to explain, right? His ability to give
in detail.
in details, yeah. His ability to what you call exegesis. Like, Buddha will give a very short sermon and Buddha will retire to his room and monks, oh, what did he say? And then Venerable Kachana was very good in, elaborating, unpacking, the meaning of that in a statement and giving, commentaries to, the Buddha's teaching. And later, actually, of course, in the Buddhist tradition, in addition to the original sermons, the dialogues, discourse of the Buddha, there were other commentaries written in many, many centuries. And so many kind of, triggered Mahakachana as their forerunner, who started this, like, interpreting and giving commentaries. Actually, Kachan is already from Ujjaini. That's your hometown, right? Yes. Yes. Actually, it's Avanti. Avanti was so Buddha was mainly doing his mission in the eastern part of northern India, like modern day, like Calcutta, Bihar, Calcutta, Bihar, that area. And so there was a kingdom called Avanti. At that time, it was further away. It's called what do you call right, Bante? Um, uh, Further away, like what do you call them? Not in. So the Avanti is a kingdom that is further away from the center of the civilization. So I'm trying to understand. Huh? Outskirts. Not simply outskirts, but remote. Remote area. Yeah. So not that area was not well inhabited at that time, but there was a kingdom. And so what happened was actually when Buddha was teaching, and many were like learning and understanding this possibility of enlightenment, understand human suffering, and learning the living of compassionate life. So that message is spread to Avanti. And the king of that country really wanted, to invite the Buddha to come that far. How long from from Bihar, to Ujjaini? Yeah, but I don't know. As it is explained in the text, for them it looks like like a whole different world. Very different, very far away. And a Buddha has to even to Buddha has to even change monastic rules for that area, right, Bante? Yeah, because there were not many monks in that area. So, but however, that king wanted to like invite the Buddha. So, and there was a discussion, and there was a young Brahmin, young educated person, whose name was Kachana. Actually, he was given the name Kachana. Kachana means actually golden, because his skin was a little bit yellowish and golden color. So that's why he was called Kachana. And he was well educated, even though he's a young person, is well educated. So everybody suggested that maybe we will send this very talented, young boy to send the message to the Buddha and invite the Buddha. So, but it was a mission. So there were a group of people, and they all traveled together to meet the Buddha, who was in the Savatthi. Um, uh, that is like few hundred miles away. So they took days and days, and they traveled, and then and met the Buddha. They informed that they came from that kingdom, and they would like to invite the Buddha. And Buddha said, "What do you hear about me there? What you know about the teachings?" And then share. And the Buddha had a discussion and started to teach them. And all this group of people who came to inform the message got more interested in the teachings. So they kept on learning and learning, and they also practicing meditation. And then after a while, they were more interested in learning the teaching of the Buddha, not very much of bringing the Buddha to the kingdom. And after a while, actually, they were so into that practice, and the Mahakachana already became an enlightened disciple. And then when he invited, actually we came for a mission, not only to learn, but actually to bring you to our kingdom. Then Buddha said that you are already an enlightened disciple, and your mission will be enough. And it's not necessary for me to go there because I'm fully confident with your realization, with your understanding, whatever you will preach will be same like me. So Buddha asked him to go back and share the teachings with him. So Venerable Kachana was living most of his time in that Avanti kingdom in Ujjaini area, and then teaching the teachings. But he will come, once in a while to meet the Buddha. And so there are a number of instances where actually few discourses are left here actually to understand his service. One is actually there was interesting sutta. One of the mostly studied suttas, discourse of the Buddha, particularly by psychologists. There's one important sutta which actually explain our sensory process, exactly how we construct our knowledge. If you come to know about anything, what is the process of the knowledge construction? How we come to know anything? What is the steps? So many psychologists I study in that discourse. It's called Bante. What's the name of that sutta? Honey ball. Yeah, honey ball sutta. Honey ball. That's the English. Actually, it's called Madhu Pindika. That was the name, honey ball. And so in our in the middle length discourse we find that sutta, and that is actually the exegesis or like an explanation given by Venerable Kachana in explaining a brief statement of the Buddha. And briefly, we don't have time to elaborate that sutta. But what happened actually? There was one person named Dandapani who was like a debater. Is always go and like to debate with people. And he came to the Buddha, and he used to start a debate with the Buddha. And he asked a question from the Buddha. And what does you assert and what does you proclaim? What is your point? What is your teaching? What you proclaim? And so he want to then he start like counter arguing to Buddha. So what do you proclaim? you know uh, Buddha gave this answer. Buddha said that, friend, I proclaim such a teaching that one does not quarrel with anyone after learning that teaching. That was Buddha's point. I proclaim a teaching that one does not quarrel with anyone after learning it. That is what I proclaim. So he couldn't argue anymore, right? And all the other monks were really interested in knowing. So then he left. He left without arguing with the Buddha. And the monks went to the Buddha and asked, Venerable sir, can you explain what did you mean by that? And Buddha said that then what exactly that teaching, Venerable sir, that when the teaching whereby one do not quarrel with anyone. And Buddha gave a very like a tense teaching. As to the source through which perceptions and notions tinged by mental preparation beset a person, if nothing is found there to delight in, welcome, and hold into, that is the end of underlying tendencies to lust, aversion, views, doubt, conceit, desire of being, and ignorance. This is the end of reliance on weapons and rods. Did you make any sense? Yeah. But anyway, briefly, Buddha said that there's a source through which we form our ideas, our opinions, and perceptions. If one does not attach to that source and understand that any of our ideas, opinions, perceptions are constructed through a process, if people do not attach those concepts and ideas that formed, and that will be the end of quarrels, end of wars. And then again, it is still a very, deep, what do you call, impactful teaching. Compact, yeah, compact teaching. And then, and again, so Buddha said that, and then Buddha again retired to his kuti, his hut. And then the monks were really intrigued by that teaching, like, okay, the first one is that, teaching that after learning, one doesn't quarrel with anyone. And explaining, Buddha said that, um, there's a process through which we form our concepts and ideas about people, about things, about anything. And if you realize that process, and if you do not attach those concepts and images you construct about people, places, things, and then that will be the end of quarreling, the end of war, and end of any fighting. Then they went to the Venerable Makachana. Today we got such an intriguing teaching, is but so compact. Can you explain? Of course, he said that you should ask from the Buddha. And they said we didn't want to like bother the Buddha. So then he actually explained this, like, all the process through which we form any concept, any ideas, and it's a very like a natural psychological process. And briefly, we can say that whenever you have healthy sensory organs, and then there will be sensory, stimulus around you, and there'll be meeting of the sensory organ and the sensory stimulus, and as a result of meeting you, and there will be a sensory contact, and that their sensory contact give rise to felt feelings with that sensory contact will give rise to you will sense it through your senses, whatever things you see, hear, smell, taste, touch. And then whatever you feel it, you will you perceives it. That means, yes,
When you say feel,
initial.
feel like an emotion.
No, the very initial earliest stage, like when my voice touch your eardrum, and that created, awareness of it. At the same time, you sense it. It's more like a sensing it. So once you sense, and then we try to interpret it. So once we sense, we interpret it. We interpret based on our previous memories or previous concepts. So any new sensory stimulus, whatever you sense, we interpret it, and as a result, we interpret in our own way. So based on our previous categories and memories. Once you interpret it, you already get and then you conceive it, and you think about it, you proliferate it, you keep proliferating it to we make it bigger and bigger and bigger. So there are a number of things happening: sensing it, interpreting it, thinking about it, proliferating it. Proliferating means rumination, ruminating it, thinking about it in different ways, and then the more you think about it, more you ruminate about it, you are further going away from your original sensory experience, and that's happening to us every time, right? So maybe someone honk you today, and then that's a simple sound, right? And you interpret it. Oh, that's like a scolding me, right? And you think about how I'm going to react, right? And you think about if I meet that person, this is how I'm going to tell him. This I'm going to teach him a lesson, right? So you proliferate and ruminate. You create a whole world out of it. And as a result of that, you create tendencies within ourselves to react in a particular way. And then we solidify different concepts about people, those bad people, those impatient people, and then you even give all the names. So then we try to categorize people into different ways like that. If we can have all different categories, I don't know, in different societies, we categorize people into different ways, right? Is it Southerners? Or maybe I'm those other. There are many categories, right? And so you form those categories, but you don't know exactly how that category is formed. It's through our, like different stages of our sensory process, and using our previous concept, our social conditionings, what we have learned from our socialization, what we learn from TV, social media, from our friends. Without knowing, we have absorbed those categories. And then we, without knowing, we simply project those categories into people, and we categorize people. And then you think that these are in my side and these are opposite sides, right? But those categories are actually we made. They are not natural categories. Those categories are actually made by our own mind. Maybe with our social conventions, but we don't see it. We tend to take those categories very seriously, and then we believe them. They are like fixed categories. Like those people are like that. So, and then once we have these categories, and then my side and other side, and then it is possible for you to dehumanize the others and even justify hurting them or harming them. Even the word terrorist can be used as a way of dehumanizing those who are not like you. Right? But all these things are are through a very psychological process. So Venerable Kachan explained that subtle process happening in us. And when you bring attention to that process happening almost at the unconscious level, you become aware of that, you realize that actually all these categories, all these different images that we have made about people, made about places, made about countries, and all these things are actually constructed categories. They are not necessarily a real thing. And then you lose, then you don't find any reason to quarrel and argue or devalue or discriminate. Yeah. That's why the Buddha said that I proclaim a teaching that will by learning that will prevent anyone from going to quarrel after learning it because you don't find any fixed categories of people. So actually, so I mean that this is a very simple explanation of that whole sutta. If you are interested, you can look for it. It's called Honey Ball Sutta. After Venerable Kachan explained this, then at a later time, when monks came to the Buddha and reported, what the Venerable Kachan explained to them, and what Buddha said, Achbanti, what Buddha said? He said, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. You understand the meaning of sadhu, right? Like excellent, excellent, excellent. And if you ask me, this is exactly how I explain. So that is why Buddha said that I don't need to go there. You go and teach. Yeah, you go teach. And so Buddha really approved. And then Venerable Ananda, you remember him? Who is Venerable Ananda? That is Kondanja. Ananda, Venerable Ananda, is actually the Buddha's personal attendant who memorized most of the Buddha's teaching and then help us to preserve Ananda. He was there because Buddha had to report whatever he gave to Venerable Ananda. It's like a personal secretary. He's the one who recorded many of the teachings of the Buddha. He was also Buddha's cousin. So Venerable Ananda was there. He said, "Oh, this is such a great teaching," and he said that Venerable Ananda standing nearby added a memorable simile to highlight the beauty of Venerable Kachana's exposition. Just as if a man exhausted by hunger and weakness came upon a honey ball, in the course of eating it, he would find its sweet, delectable flavor. So too, Venerable say, any able monk, in the course of scrutinizing the wisdom, the meaning of the discourse, would find satisfaction and confidence in mind. On the basis of this simile, the Buddha named this discourse honey ball discourse. Because just like, when the more you read it, the more you get the taste about it, like eating, enjoying the honey ball. We don't have a honey ball here. Right? Yeah, do you have any ball with honey?
He's saying ball.
Ball, like a ball, yeah, honey ball. Yeah, so some kind of seed within honey inside. The more you taste it, the more you feel the taste. Yeah. So if you're more interested, you can read the honey ball discourse. That is by this venerable monk. There are many things actually I would like to share with you, but I think we don't have time to go into other details. And one thing actually, he himself was belonged to a Brahmin caste. It's 6th century BC. There was caste system. So he himself was a royal chaplain, and those days, all the chaplains, all the advisors, the kings were from the Brahmin class. That's the educated, caste, and he himself was that. So when he went back to his country, and his king asked about all these the educated people said that this distinction of people, the people are born with different born into different caste. They believe that they have different talents, and they are different by nature. And after learning the teachings of the Buddha, becoming a disciple, although he was Brahmin by himself, by his birth, he is now not accepting it. So therefore, when the king asks about what do you think about this distinction of people that we believe in, and he said, "Oh, it is just a saying in the world, like a social convention." But that was not. It was believed at that time. It was like a divinely ordained order. When the human society was formed in the creation myth, in the Vedic tradition, and the human society was created in these four categories. Not something came later; it came from the very origin. That was how it was presented. But then he argued that it is just a social convention, and then he gave a few arguments to refute that it was not from the beginning; it was a social convention. And 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 one argument is the economic argument. He said that king, anyone from any social class gain wealth and become very rich, he can command the labor of any caste. So he can, get anyone to, of course, in different castes have different services, but if someone is rich, they can demand and they can, command the labor of any. So therefore, actual hierarchy is actually wealth, not the caste. And then he said that, if someone breaks law, if someone breaks law and like in robbery, and asking, what do you do? You say, okay, I will punish, accordingly. And okay, that shows that all human beings are the same. If anyone is behaving well, then they will have more safe life. If anyone is breaking laws, and it doesn't matter what caste they belong, and they will get the repercussion. And he also give an argument that if someone renounces their life, become an ascetic, and then whether he belongs to any caste, once you become an ascetic, he has a different identity. And people simply because they will have different shapes and they will wear same clothes, and so you erase the identity of the caste distinction. So he's saying that you can change your caste by renouncing. You can't simply become like a Brahmin. You cannot move from caste, but you can completely move away from the whole caste categorization, becoming renouncers. And then lastly, he give an argument of karma, that if someone do a bad deed, and the repercussion of that bad deed will come to that person irrespective of their caste distinction. If someone do a good deed, then the karma will influence them in the same way. It doesn't matter which caste they belong to. So anyway, so those are some other teachings, but we can keep talking, but and there's a whole nice set of poems uttered by him. He didn't really like the reputation, but I will just, here say you a few verses, I uttered by him. He said that one is not a thief by another's word. One is not a sage by another's word. It is as one knows oneself. So you don't become a robber, a sage or a thief simply because others, tell you. Only you will know. Others do not understand that we all come to an end one day. But those wise ones who understand this world, thereby settle their quarrels. The people who engage in quarrels don't realize that they are here only for a short period of time. And those who understand it will not quarrel. Those who don't understand, who have forgotten that they are here for only few more years, start to quarrel. And yeah, I think that's all I would like to share. There more to that, but I think we have to be very grateful to all these, great disciples of the Buddha who were very, very exemplary. And then today we have now wonderful teachings, thanks to them.
It's astounding that the caste system was effectively obliterated 26 centuries ago. Isn't that amazing? The caste system was obliterated 26 centuries ago. Of course, it persisted.
But
human terms, but it was completely refuted. Beyond any measure. Right?
Yeah,
it's incredible.
But it's done not as like a revolution, not like protesting,
right,
but a very very subtle manner. Very subtle.
Yes. Buddha was up to the age of 29. He was a prince.
Yes.
Then he left his family, arranged with them, and went to the forest.
Yeah.
For 6 years, he became enlightened at the age of 35.
Yes.
And then he had 5 disciples.
Yeah.
But as he became enlightened, he earned the title Buddha, right?
Yes.
That means the enlightened one.
Yes.
Then he have 5 disciples, all become enlightened.
Yes.
So why they didn't earn the same title like Buddha 1, Buddha 2, Buddha 3?
Actually, they all called that way. I mean, they are called enlightened, everyone, because we want to like distinguish the first one and the followers. So the term Buddha is one of the terms that you can refer to enlightened one, but we reserve the term Buddha to refer to the first one, and all others are called Arhat, which also means enlightened. So we, in order to distinguish, the first one who discovered the path and others who followed him. So they're all called enlightened. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I mean, you can call them Buddhas too, but we won't like we had to find some way to like identify the person who discovered the path and others who follow the path and attain the same level.
Last week we talked about Buddha's
mother, yes.
His mother, sister.
Yes.
Who died, and he talked about her performed some miracles on request from Buddha. That she was transformed from material body into spirit and back.
Not a spirit actually.
3 times, and also she was having the aura all over her body. Can you elaborate more on this phenomena, how it happened? Because I read it happened in other religions.
It's not unique to Buddhist disciples. That was a common practice at that time, and at that time many people are very into the meditation, so they go into a heightened level of tranquility. There's a stage called 4th jhana. Once you achieve that jhana, you can actually go beyond your physical laws.
Level of jhana? There is 4. 9.
This is first 4. The 4, Once you reach the 4th level, then you can actually go beyond the limitation of the physical world. That's what she did. That was common to many other disciples. It's not only for Buddhist disciples, because it's not unique to Buddhist disciples. Many others was also doing. Okay, sorry, we are fighting with the time also. We don't want to keep you too long here. So let's move to the next part of the program, and so turn to page 14. And now it is time for us to share the merits with all others by coming to this practice today, doing this wholesome meditation and chanting together. We have generated so much goodness, so much good karma, good merits in our heart. Let us now generously share this goodness, good energy with all others. Think about, first of all, your ancestors, your departed family members. And let us be grateful to their kindness, their love they have given to us, and share these good merits with them. May all of our departed relatives share these merits. May they be well, happy, and peaceful wherever they may be. Idang mi ñatinang hotu sukita hontu ñateyo. Idang mi ñatinang hotu sukita hontu ñateyo. Idang mi ñatinang hotu sukita hontu ñateyo. Let us also share these merits with all other living beings. If there's any living being in this world who would like to share this merit, may he or she do so. Ettavata cha amhi sambhatam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Wish for the well-being of the world in English. May the weather be pleasing. May the people prosper in their lives. May there be peace and happiness in the world. May the rulers be righteous. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Aspiration. May this wholesome act quicken the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this wholesome act, may I never follow the unwise people. May I associate with good people until I attain Nibbana, purification. If by body, spiritual mind I have carelessly done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of the Tathagata of great wisdom and determine to be heedful. Now we will do our blessing chant, wishing you all blessings for good health, peace, and happiness. This particular sutta was given by the Buddha with great compassion for all living beings. We are going to now chant the same sutra for you. Today, especially, we want to extend blessings to David, wishing happy birthday and all the good health and spiritual growth. We also want to extend blessings to Aaron, wishing him also good health and progress in his spiritual path. We also want to extend our blessings to Dylan, wishing you a smooth recovery and soon recovery, complete recovery soon. And you may also recall to your mind whoever you want to share these blessings with, and wishing them also peace and happiness. May all of you receive these blessings. May all of you be well, happy. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Karaniya kusalena yantang santang padang abhisamicce sakko jocha sojocha soacho chasansamudo anatimani santo sansakocha subaroche appagiccocha sallahoka buddhi samvring Yocha nipakocha appagam kulesu ananugindo nacha kuntang samacare kinchiena vignyo pare upavade yung sakino vake mino hontu sabbe sat Bhavantu sukhitantaye kechipane bhutanti tasavatavarava anavase sadhikavaye mahantava manjimaraskanukatula dittavayeva addittaye chedure Vasanti avidure bhutavasang bhavisi vasabme satta bhavantu sukhitantana paro parang nikumbe
Pika Sanyanya Manyas Dukkamicce Matayata Niyang Puntang Ayusa Eka Punta Manurakke Evam Pisabha Bhutis Manasang Bhavaye Aparimanang Mettang Cha Sabbhalokasming Manasang Bhavaye Aparimanang Uddhang Adocha Diriyang Cha Asangpadang Aviram Asapatang Tettang Charang Nising Vasayano Yavatasya Vigadamindo Etang Sating Aditkai Brahmametam Viharang Idamaho Anupagama Sila Dasanena Sampanno Kame Suviniya Gedam Nahi Jatu Gabbaseyang Punareti Etena Satcha Vajjena Sotti Te Hotu Sambhada Etena Satcha Vajjena Sabbharogo Vinasatu Etena Satcha Vajjena Hotu Te Jaya Mangalang Sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayu Sukhi digayuko bhavatu sabba mangalam rakkantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavi sada sotti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada sotti Bhavantu te.
Thus spend a moment of reflection. Try to recall to your mind whatever kind deed that you were able to do during your past few days. Think about your day today or yesterday or a few days ago. If you get an opportunity to be kind to someone, to your family members, to your friends, or to your colleague, or to a stranger, if you were able to kind, think about that moment, actual incident, that you helped somebody, you listened to somebody, you gave something to someone. Recall such an actual incident to your mind. Let us rejoice this opportunity to be kind to others. On this day or in the past, if I have done kind deeds to other beings with my body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds, and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in those kind deeds, appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, wishing more opportunities to practice compassion. I rejoice in those kind deeds, resolving not to compare myself with others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, and gladly share this joy with all beings everywhere. May my kind deeds
relieve the burdens of other beings. May my kind deeds shield me from all dangers and pain. May my kind deeds and merits that come from them help me in freeing my heart. Let us now recall to your mind whatever kindness you receive from others. Think about an incident that someone helped you recently. Someone was there to listen to you. Someone was kind to you. Think about an actual moment, incident. Let us rejoice the goodness of others. On this day, or in the past, if I have seen or heard of the kind deeds done by others, with their body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds, and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in the goodness of others, being always ready to praise kind people and follow their example. I rejoice in the goodness of others, appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world. I rejoice in the goodness of others, expressing gratitude for any kindness done. May the kind deeds of others bring safety and happiness to many living beings. May the kind deeds of others foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings. May the kind deeds of others nurture goodness in me and many living beings. Sadhu, sadhu. So nice to have you all tonight. So appreciative of your effort. We have one announcement. This Saturday is a big day. It's a Sri Lankan food festival. It's a once like annual event that is to, of course, it's a fundraiser for the Buddhist Center. There are many Sri Lankan families who will prepare food for you, so you'll get to taste Sri Lankan food and then support the Buddhist Center. So please, bring your friends and families. It's on Saturday from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. And there will be a lot of, Sri Lankan families will come and cook here. And then there are a lot of delicious, food, and you will not be able to, taste them any other restaurant here, except you have to go to New York, So, please plan to come on Saturday. Please support us and spread the word and bring your families and friends. And we will also have temple tours, in every half an hour. So, looking forward to have you all on Saturday. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so please, if you like to have blessing string, please come. And of course, birthday boys, please come. And we will